Hey guys, we're going to get started with the quiz in just a minute, but first, we here at Speakeasy Pub Quiz would like to take a brief moment to express solidarity with the protest against police violence currently happening around the world and reaffirm that Black Lives Matter. As visible minorities ourselves, we have witnessed some degree of racial oppression and aggression firsthand, but still acknowledge there's room for us to listen and learn from black voices on this matter. Rest in power George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Michael Brown, and many, many more. All right, with that said, we are going to try to have a regular show tonight, so let's try to have some fun, keep it light, and go on with the show. This is the Speakeasy Pub Quiz for Thursday, June 4th, 2020. This week's quiz, it's not TV. It's time for Speakeasy Pub Quiz. I'm not Sneaky.
Hey guys.
Mr. Cuevas.
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
And nobody's muted right now. You can hear everybody. Unless you can't, but theoretically you should be able to.
We'll see in a moment if we are in fact all muted and we're just speaking to the ether again.
I'm like 90% sure that everything's fine now. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I finally got it working for once.
And now we're just going to talk about whether or not we're muted at the start of every quiz.
Yeah. Or not. Hey, apparently neither of us is muted. That's great. We are live on YouTube and Twitch today. We're also on Twitch, so if anybody is watching us on Twitch, twitch.tv/SpeakeasyPubQuiz. And listen, if you don't use Twitch ever, here's the deal. You can go to twitch.tv/SpeakeasyPubQuiz, and if you have an Amazon Prime membership, you can sub to us and give us free money straight out of Jeff Bezos' pocket. And doesn't everybody want to do that?
Yes.
So, be cool. Like, do that or don't. We don't mind. We don't care. If you use your sub for somebody else that you actually like, that's fine too. But if you don't use your sub,
would understand.
If you don't use your sub, then why not use it for us? That's all I'm saying.
You get one every month.
You get one every month. If you're not using it, use it for us. All right, let's do quiz things. First up, the belt. We have the belt, our favorite new slide. We should have music for this slide. Here, let me add more AV for me to do.
Yeah, tweet us if there is a specific song you would like to put us over the belt. Oh, maybe the champions should get to pick what song they get over the belt.
That's not a bad idea. Last week's champion was Affirmative Old White Men. It is their second championship. They had won under the name Duke Fuckler before, I believe. So that is the current champions. Alex Bernhard in the chat is asking where you are this week, Joe.
I am at a bar called The Commissary. It's in LA. This was a location for a show on the home box office service. So very on theme.
With that, it's time for quiz rules. Rule number 1, don't put answers in chat. Just don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't. We ask you not to yell out answers at quiz. We ask you not to put answers in chat. So just be cool.
Rule number 2, don't cheat. I mean, if you want to be really good at Google Foo, go to grad school. If you want to be really good at making things up off the top of your head, then go to a quiz night. It's that easy.
Rule number 3, be nice to us. Doesn't rhyme when it's two of us, but it's fine. Be nice, be cool. We're cool guys. It'd be cool if you're cool too. We put a lot of effort into these quizzes, and we work very hard to make sure the answers are right. But sometimes we're not perfect, so let us know, and we'll try to be cool. Gameplay. Quiz consists of 7 rounds, 7 questions each.
So there's a few specific rounds that are set every week. So there's always going to be a music round that's worth 14 points. Visual round, which is worth 7 points. Video is going to be worth 7. Random knowledge, also worth 14 points. If we advance to the next bullet point.
Yep. Round 4 is that visual round. You can find that at the bit.ly link in the video description below. Or if you click on the link, if you type the link bit.ly/quiz answers 2020-0604, it'll also be there. And I'll do my best to put it in the chat sometimes.
Yeah. We'll see how well that goes.
You can submit you can submit that in between now and then around 5.
Mm-hmm. And you should be looking at different college campuses across the United States for that round. Most rounds have 7 points available, and I already told you which rounds have 14 points available. That's going to be round 2, which is our music round, and round 7, which is our random knowledge round. Every other round is going to have 7 points. So I'm going to try to reiterate this at the top of the double point rounds, but if not, you've been warned at least once.
All right, time now for round 1.
Round number 1 is called Westworld. So Westworld is a theme park where you can harass the residents of an old Western town while pretending to be a cowboy. So it's the Western part of any North American theme park. Here is a round on the Untamed Frontier. Question number 1. Exemplified by Sergio Leone's Dollars trilogy, what subgenre of Western movies refers to films which were primarily shot in Europe? We're assuming that it's a nod to what was provided as catering on set. Question number 1 again. Exemplified by Sergio Leone's Dollars trilogy, what subgenre of Western movies refers to films which were primarily shot in Europe? We're assuming that it's a nod to what was provided as catering on set. Also, different mic setup for me this week.
That's true.
Lots of exciting change.
Yes, yeah. It's a very exciting change for me.
It's an exciting change on the production half, and for you guys, I guess I sound slightly better, but I don't know if anyone besides Naim can actually hear the difference without going back and referencing.
It's fine. It's fine. Question number 2. Oh, question number 2. Banzai! What word, a corruption of the Spanish word vaquero, is still sometimes used to refer to the cowboys of the Great Basin and parts of California? This would also be a great name for a superhero sidekick, maybe. Question number 2. Banzai! What word, a corruption of the Spanish word vaquero, is sometimes used to refer to cowboys of the Great Basin and parts of California? It might also be a great name for a superhero sidekick. The music you're hearing in the background is my potentially offensive country cover of Blink-182's Aliens Exist.
One of their teams is marking off the Blink-182 is mentioned on their bingo card.
Yeah, right, yeah, on the bingo sheet, yep. Music you deaf aren't hearing,
that we deaf aren't hearing, according to Jack. Might be on. It might also just be super faint.
It's definitely being pumped through my mic.
It's not a super big deal.
It's not that big a deal. Question 3.
Yeah, question numero 3. Starring Daniel Craig, Harrison Ford, and Olivia Wilde, the 2011 film Cowboys and Aliens was directed by what actor/director who has appeared in both Star Wars and the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but definitely did not write speeches for Barack Obama? Question number 3 again. Starring Daniel Craig, Harrison Ford, and Olivia Wilde, the 2011 film Cowboys and Aliens was directed by what actor-director who has appeared in both Star Wars and the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but definitely not a speechwriter for Barack Obama?
I forgot that Harrison Ford was in this movie.
Right? What do you remember about the hit 2011 film Cowboys and Aliens?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Question number 4. According to Billboard, straight up, according to Billboard, yes or no, is Old Town Road a country song? Question number 4, straight up, yes or no, according to Billboard, is Old Town Road a country song? And then we listen to it.
I'm okay.
Definitely heard all of that.
According to Bailey, there were both cowboys and aliens in the movie Cowboys and Aliens.
That
I'm not sure I
sounds.
recall that,
That seems accurate.
but does it seem memorable?
Oh, I turned off USB throughput, so nobody's hearing the music. Whatever, it's fine. It's Old Town Road.
And with that, I guess we're moving to question 5.
Are you holding the mic in your hand that's not being used right now? Are you fucking kidding me?
Actually around to protect fallen bull riders, these cattle-adjacent performers wouldn't be out of place in either Beverly Hills, California, or Derry, Maine. Question number 5, again, actually around to protect fallen bull riders. These cattle-adjacent performers wouldn't be out of place in either Beverly Hills, California, or Derry, Maine. I don't need it, but I feel like it adds to the visual look.
Should I use this mic, but actually should I use this mic, but actually hold this mic?
Yes,
Is that
absolutely.
what's happening right now? It's not happening.
That is exactly.
It's literally. There's not even a cable connected to this microphone.
They can't see this, but doing the same thing.
Well, no, I know that. I knew that, but like, there's not like at least there's a cable on one end of that microphone. There's no cable on the end of this microphone.
It's not plugged in.
All right. Question number 6. Coming soon to Netflix, John Cho will star as Spike Spiegel in an adaptation of what celebrated science fiction anime that still fits the category? Question number 6. Coming soon to Netflix, John Cho will star as Spike Spiegel in an adaptation of what celebrated science fiction anime that still fits the category?
Netflix anime adaptations are weird.
Death Note.
I was trying to come up with something wittier, but I mean, like, it's just all I got, man. Question number 7, I guess?
Yep.
Yeah. So they may not have been around in the Old West, but Doritos were invented at a restaurant in Frontierland, a constituent land of which fairly popular, if somewhat corporate, Southern California theme park. No, we will not accept its Florida sister or its in-state neighbor, so you have to get the specific park correct. Question 7 again. They may not have been around in the Old West, but Doritos were invented at a restaurant in Frontierland, a constituent land of which fairly popular, if somewhat corporate, Southern California theme park. And we are not accepting its Florida sister or its in-state neighbor.
All right, you guys got about 2 minutes to... There we go. 2 minutes to submit your answers.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. While I make sure the music plays properly. There we go. And I should open up the Google Sheet. That's important. So all the questions are up there on the screen. Wow, somebody really messed up, but that's fine. Oh, I see who really messed up.
Hashtag you tried. An attempt was had.
Ironically, these are my friends.
I like the response of I never saw that movie because you're probably better off for it.
I also never saw that movie. So. About 20 seconds to go, you guys.
Beat me on the things. Thanks, Nime. We tried.
All right, 1 second, and submit. Oh, that's not right. There we go. Go ahead and submit your answers. Time is indeed up. So please submit those answers because we're going to go to the answers in a second. I feel like I had something clever to say, and I can't remember what it was. Oh, no, that's right. It wasn't something clever. It was, by the way, we do have money prizes now. I forgot to put a slide in for that because I'm so not used to having cash prizes. But we have cash prizes.
But it's welcome to Speakeasy Pub Quiz, and now with cash prizes.
So
that
first place tonight will.
Episode.
What's that?
That should have been the title of the episode.
Now with cash prizes, yeah. First place tonight will earn $10 for their team. Second place will earn $5 for their team. So once you know you won or not, hit us up with your PayPal or other method of preferred payment, and we'll figure out how to get it to you, or just DM us on Twitter or add us, something like that. I'm at Kuhan, Joe is at Joe M. Cuevas. The show is at Speakeasy Quiz. Cool. That's that. Time then for the answers. But first, forgot to turn the timer off. There we go. First,
that should be up there.
Your ad here. There we go. Your ad here. Do you have something to promote? Maybe a business, a live stream, a podcast? Support us on patreon.com/SpeakeasyPubQuiz. Follow us at Speakeasy Quiz on Twitter. We do have one sponsor level patron who we definitely have to get their sponsorship from. They have not yet told us what they want sponsored. But I will definitely hit them up on Patreon to find out what they want their ad to be.
We'll get to it. It's fine.
Time then for round one answers.
Round one answers. So we're going to start off with question number one. Exemplified by the Dollars trilogy, what genre of Western film refers to those primarily shot in Europe? And we are looking for the spaghetti Western.
Spaghetti Western. Question number two. Banzai. What word, a corruption of the Spanish word vaquero, is still sometimes used to refer to cowboys of the Great Basin and parts of California? That is buckaroo. Buckaroo banzai was the joke there.
Oh my God, I lost the slide. Starring Daniel Craig, Harrison Ford, and Olivia Wilde for some reason. Cowboys and Aliens was directed by Jon Favreau, actor-director who has appeared in Star Wars as a character and the Marvel Cinematic Universe as a character, but did not write speeches for Barack Obama. That was Jon Favreau.
Different guy, same name.
Same spelling too, right?
Yes. Yep, same name. Yeah, literally same name, point for point. Wow, it's very weird that... Sorry, something is wrong with the Google Sheet, and I'll have to fix that in a minute. Question number 4. According to Billboard, is Old Town Road a country song? It is not. It was for like the first week, and then it wasn't. So the answer is no. According to Billboard, it is not a country song.
All right. Question number 5. Actually ran to protect fallen bull riders. These cattle-adjacent performers wouldn't be out of place in either Beverly Hills, California, or Rodeo Drive, or Derry, Maine, where it showed up looking like Pennywise the Dancing Clown. So we're looking for rodeo clowns.
Question, number 6. Coming soon to Netflix, John Cho will star as Spike Spiegel in an adaptation of what celebrated science fiction anime that still fits the category? That science fiction anime is Cowboy Bebop.
Sure. We know anime.
It's a famous science fiction anime. If you don't
question
know,
number
then
7.
Can't help you.
Yeah. Question number 7. We're looking for where Doritos were invented. So they were invented at what is currently called the Rancho de Azoka Piccolo, located in Frontierland at Scenic Disneyland, USA, and that's Disneyland.
Not
And
Disney World.
all of you who got the right answer got it right.
Yes. We
So good
specifically
job. I'm proud of you.
would not accept Disney World, so thanks for not getting it. All right. That is it for round number 1. Time now for round 2. Round 2 is called The Sopranos. Soprano is Italian for disappointing ending, which is what this music round will have. Anyway, this is a round on artists who sing in the soprano register. As always, 1 point for the title of the song and 1 point for the artist. So here we go with question number 1.
One taught me love, one taught me patience, and one taught me pain. Now I'm so amazing to have loved and I've lost, but that's not what I see. So look what I got, look what you taught me.
That was number 1. Here is question number 2.
See, it's easy to ignore trouble when you're living in a bubble. So what are you gonna do when the world don't orbit around you?
Question number 3.
Oh yeah, late night watching television, but how we get in this position is way too soon. I know this isn't love. Get me now, will I ever learn? I don't know how, but I suddenly lose control. There's a fire within my soul. Just one look and I can hear a bell ring. Your beauty is beyond compare, with flaming locks of auburn hair, with ivory skin and eyes of emerald green. Your smile is like a breath of spring, your voice is soft like summer rain, and I know you like me, I know you like me, I know you do, I know you do. That's why whenever I come around, she's all over you. He was a boy, she was a girl. Can I make it any more obvious? He was a punk, she did ballet. What more can I say? He wanted her, she'd never tell. One taught me love, one taught me patience, and one taught me pain. Now I'm so amazing to have loved and I've lost, but that's not what I see. So look what I got, look what you taught me. See, it's easy to ignore trouble when you're living in a bubble. So what are you gonna do when the world don't orbit around you? Oh yeah, late night watching television, but how we get in this position is way too soon. I know this isn't love. Get me now, will I ever learn? I don't know how, but I suddenly lose control. There's a fire within my soul. Just one look and I can hear a bell ring. Your beauty is beyond compare, with flaming locks of auburn hair, with ivory skin and eyes of emerald green. Your smile is like a breath of spring, your voice is soft like summer rain, and I know you like me, I know you like me, I know you do, I know you do. That's why whenever I come around, she's all over you. He was a boy, she was a girl.
Brian, please. I mean,
I muted my microphone. That's fine. It's fine. All the things came up. It's fine. You didn't need to hear me say question 1, question 2, question 3, so it's all good. What was I gonna say? About a minute to go, guys. Oh, So in case anybody could tell, I don't think anybody really is paying attention, but my shock mount broke the other day, like yesterday or 2 days ago. The screw on it, it's stripped. The bolt is stripped, which nobody cares about. But what I was saying is I'm so used to fidgeting with my microphone by this little, like, the squeeze part, that every time I'm reaching for my microphone to move it to make sure it's in the right position, and I'm reaching for, oh wait, that's not part of the microphone, and then I have to reach up here. It's just, I don't know.
That's the most interesting way to see. That story wasn't interesting. That's the most interesting way that I've ever seen the title of this song spelled.
Wait, which song? Hold on.
The question 5 from Team Daiguren.
All right, cool. Well, time's up, so go ahead and submit your answers. If you haven't submitted them yet, please submit your answer sheets, because time is indeed up on those. We're going to give you about another couple seconds here before we move on to round 2 answers.
I feel like I would have done okay on this round.
I didn't think it was particularly difficult. I mean, you also... This is a rare thing that you actually wrote some of the questions in this round.
Yeah.
You're not often writing the music rounds. So hopefully we've gotten the ones that you wrote. Who knows? All right, it's time then for round 2 answers. I hope everybody has submitted their round 2 answers, because it's time now for us to tell you what they are, which means we can't give you points anymore for them. Here we go with round 2 answers. There we go. Starting with... Oh, that's wrong. That's fine. Nothing. The slide is the wrong type of slide, but nobody really cares. Nobody would have noticed if I hadn't said it out loud. Here we go, starting with question number 1. There we go. That is... Oh, they all come up at once. Well, I need to fix this PowerPoint, but here are the answers. Thank You Next by Ariana Grande. Song number 2 was Ain't It Fun by Paramore. Number 3 was I Really Like You by Carly Rae Jepsen. Not Run Away With Me by Carly Rae Jepsen. I almost put that in, but I think people wouldn't have gotten it. So I was like, let me be nicer and get the bigger hit. Number 4, Mamma Mia by ABBA. Number 5 was Jolene by Dolly Parton.
Spelled like that.
Spelled like that. Although we'll take any spelling, it's fine. Number 6 was Don't Ya by the Pussycat Dolls. And number 7, Skater Boy by Avril Lavigne. So definitely have to fix the PowerPoint. I don't know why that happened like that. I thought I checked it, but no big deal. It's fine. Time now for round 3. Round 3 is called Veep. It is crazy that the guy who comes in second gets to be the vice president. Oh, you mean they fixed that? When?
That doesn't happen anymore.
The 19th century?
The 19th century.
Oh, it's like for the general. That's how it's works for the primaries? Got it. Okay,
Yeah.
Thanks for keeping me in the loop. Here's a round on vice presidents. Question number 1. If my dad was president, I should get to be president too, was a line sung on Broadway, no, not in Hamilton, by the son of what former U.S. vice president and vice president who served under his immediate president? Take 2. If My Dad Was President, I Should Get to Be President Too was a line sung on Broadway by a character who was the son of what former U.S. president and vice president who served under his immediate predecessor for 2 terms before serving 1 term of his own? I wrote this question. I don't know why I had so much trouble reading it. Question number 1. If My Dad Was President, I Should Get to Be President Too was a line sung on Broadway, no, not in Hamilton, by what character, the son of a... No, by the character who was the son of what former U.S. president and vice president who served under his immediate predecessor for 2 terms before serving 1 term of his own. Boy, this is... If you read it, it makes more sense than when I say it out loud. I don't know why I'm having trouble talking. Joe, this is weird. I'm reading round 3.
What?
So this is weird. I'm reading round 3. This is not what we usually do.
Yeah, we decided to mix it up this week.
It's just like, I think that might be why I screwed up so much. I'm like, what is happening? This is not where I'm not. This is not my zone.
There's like all sorts of different moving parts too, because this is a round that you mostly wrote.
Yeah, which means that it's very long questions. That's correct. Question number 2. Before shooting Alexander Hamilton in that famous trivia question, Aaron Burr served as State Attorney General, U.S. Senator, and Vice President, but not what state executive office that he ran for when it was vacated by George Clinton, the man who replaced Burr as VP. Question number 2. Before shooting Alexander Hamilton in that famous trivia question, Aaron Burr served as State Attorney General, United States Senator, and Vice President, but not what state executive office that he ran for when it was vacated by George Clinton, the man who replaced Burr as Vice President.
So we did get an Aaron Burr question.
Oh boy!
Pardon me, is this the Aaron Burr clue, sir?
Sorry, I was laughing because they didn't see, but Joe and I just took a sip at the exact same time in the exact same way.
Yep.
I guess it's not really lots of ways to take a sip, but...
It's just that the timing worked out such that, like...
Well, I think both of our cups were low, too, so we both, like, tilted our heads back. Question number 3. Aside from George Washington, obviously, who was the first person elected president without first serving as vice president? He was no slouch, though, having served as a congressman and Secretary of State. Question number 3. Aside from George Washington, who was the first person elected president without first serving as vice president? He was no slouch, though, having served as a congressman and as Secretary of State. Yes, Alex, George Clinton is also the leader of Parliament Funkadelic.
We've got fun. Do you guys have an ESL version of trivia? Yes, it's this.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, both of us speak English as our second language, so suck it. Neither of us learned English first. Question number 4. This former vice president challenged incumbent President Ronald Reagan in possibly the most humiliating electoral defeat of all time. Though he carried 40% of the popular vote, he won only 1 state and the District of Columbia, losing the electoral vote 525 to 13. On the plus side, he's currently the oldest living vice president. So name that vice president. Question number 4. This former vice president challenged incumbent President Ronald Reagan in possibly the most humiliating electoral defeat of all time. Though he did carry 40% of the popular vote, he won only 1 state and the District of Columbia, losing the electoral vote 525 to 13. On the plus side, though, he is currently the oldest living vice president. We wrote this clue about 2 weeks ago, and I was very concerned that he was going to die before the quiz. So...
Hey, I mean, they get tested every day. It's fine.
Yo, that's fine, but he's a very old man. Like,
yes.
Even without COVID, he could die any second.
Yes.
So I was just very concerned that the clue would come out like literally the day before. I'd be like, man, I hope this guy doesn't die. But he is still alive as far as we know. I also really very much hope that tomorrow morning I don't get a note that ex-vice president, former
That
vice
this
president,
answer-
this man
You
died.
cursed the person of.
Yeah. All right, question number 5. Question number 5. 4 presidents served their entire terms in office without a vice president. Why? Question 5. 4 presidents served their entire terms in office without a vice president. Why? Why did they not have a vice president? This is weirdly a question I wrote that is short.
I think I fixed the spreadsheet.
Oh, it was broken?
No. Well, it was listing one team twice, so it wasn't broken. But
Oh, okay.
it was like copy the score. Anyway, we're good.
Question number 6. According to the United States Constitution, which legislative body did the vice president preside over? I bet the presidential order of succession makes way more sense now, huh? Question number 6. According to the U.S. Constitution, which legislative body does the vice president preside over? I bet the presidential order of succession makes way more sense now, huh? Yes, I know I said preside the first time. It was very weird coming out of my mouth. I think I need more water.
Preside. Because he's the vice president. Look, we can only make so many Hamilton jokes about presidency. There aren't that many vice presidency jokes in Hamilton.
Question number 7. Alec Baldwin's Jack Donaghy was General Electric's vice president of East Coast television and microwave oven programming on the hit NBC sitcom 30 Rock, and briefly appeared opposite which real-world vice president during NBC's Green Week? Vice President of the United States during NBC's Green Week. Question number 7. Alec Baldwin's Jack Donaghy was General Electric's vice president of East Coast television and microwave oven programming on the hit NBC sitcom 30 Rock, and briefly appeared opposite which real-world V. POTUS during NBC's Green Week? That is all 7 questions. Go ahead and submit when you've got them. And if you know Joe, you can tell which question he wrote this round. Technically, he wrote 2 of them, but like it's very clear which one of them is.
You mean the one about 30 Rock and NBC's Green Week?
Uh-huh.
Recycle everything, including jokes.
Josh asks if we can both perform the Aaron Burr rap. The answer is, I can.
Can you perform it in Urdu?
That I cannot.
I probably couldn't perform it in Tagalog, and even if I could, Tagalog's a clunky language that does not lend itself to rap.
I mean, I potentially could, but not only does Tagalog not lend itself to rap, neither does Joe.
Correct.
That's the bigger problem. Alex says this song is on the soundtrack of Ken Burns' Civil War. In fact, that is the version that is playing right now. Is the Ken Burns Civil War version of Hail Columbia. Hail Columbia. We didn't write a trivia question about this, but Hail Columbia is the official theme of the vice president. Hail to the chief for the president, Hail Columbia to the vice president. And in fact, Hail Columbia was written by a former vice president of the United States. I forget which one. That's why it wasn't in there, because it's a hard question to get. But indeed, this song was written by a former United States vice president.
We definitely thought about it.
Did we?
Yeah, I think we had half a conversation on it and then immediately decided it was too hard.
I believe that. We got about 5 seconds to go. Submit your answer sheets, please. Time's up. Time's up. So please submit those answer sheets. But yes, this is indeed traditional from original soundtrack recording, The Civil War, traditional American songs and instrumental music featured in the film by Ken Burns. So. You could probably do the Burr part better than the Hamilton part, also, by the way. The Burr part's talkier and singier.
I have.
Pardon me, are you Aaron Burr, sir?
That depends. Who's asking?
Oh, sure, sir. I'm Alexander Hamilton. I'm at your service, sir. Can I do... Wait, what? Fuck, I forgot the next line. I have been looking for you. I'm getting
nervous. I'm getting nervous.
Sir, I heard your name at Princeton. I was seeking an accelerated course of study. When I got sort of out of sorts with a buddy of yours, I may have punched him. It's a blur. Sir, he handles the financials?
You punched the bursar.
Yes, I wanted to do what you did, graduate in 2, then join the revolution. You looked at me like I was stupid. I'm not stupid. Now, all right, that's fine. How'd you do it? How'd you graduate so fast? Anyways, it's fine. Okay, we're going to take a quick scoring break now. Round 3 answers and standings are coming up. I'll tell you what, I'll just fucking play it.
Do we need the state on question 2, round 3?
Hold on. We're still both have audio going. I'll take a look in a second.
I have the honor to...
Pardon me, are you Aaron Burr, sir?
That depends. Who's asking?
Oh, well, sure. Sir, I'm Alexander Hamilton. I'm at your service, sir. I have been looking for you.
I'm getting nervous.
Sir, I heard your name at Princeton. I was seeking an accelerated course of study. When I got sort of out of sorts with a buddy of yours, I may have punched him. It's a blur. Sir, he handles the financials.
You punched the bursar.
Yes, I wanted to do what you did, graduate in 2 and join the revolution. He looked at me like I was stupid. I'm not stupid. So how'd you do it? How'd you graduate so fast?
It was my parents' dying wish before they passed.
You're an orphan. Of course, I'm an orphan. God, I wish there was a war, then we could prove that we're worth more than anyone bargained for.
Can I buy you a drink?
That would be nice.
While we're talking, let me offer you some free advice. Talk less.
What?
Smile more.
Huh.
Don't let them know what you're against or what you're for.
You can't be serious.
You wanna get ahead.
Yes.
Fools who run their mouths off wind up dead.
Yo, what time is it? Showtime!
Like I said.
Showtime, yo! I'm John Lawrence in the place to be. 2 pints of Sam Adams, but I'm working on 3. Those red coats don't want it with me, cause I will pop, chicka, pop these cops till I'm free.
Eh oui, mon ami, je m'appelle Lafayette, the Lancelot of the revolutionary set. I came from afar just to say bonsoir to the king, cause c'est toi who is the best, c'est moi.
Brah, brah, I am Hercules Mulligan, up in it, loving it. Yes, I heard your mother said, come again. Lock up your daughters and horses. Of course, it's hard to have intercourse over 4 sets of corsets.
Wow.
No more sex, pour me another brew, son. Let's raise a couple more to the revolution. Well, if it ain't the prodigy of Princeton College, Aaron Burr, give us a verse, drop some knowledge.
Good luck with that. You're taking a stand. You spit, I'ma sit. We'll see where we land.
Bro, the revolution's imminent. What do you stall for?
If you stand for nothing, Burr, what'll you fall for?
Who are you? Who are you?
Who are you? Who is this kid? What's he gonna do?
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I'ma get a scholarship to King's College. I probably shouldn't brag, but dag, I'm amazed and astonished. The problem is I got a lot of... Okay. Anyway. We should be all scored up. We are all good. So it's time now for round 3 answers and standings check. So let's do round 3 answers. Question number 1. If my dad was president, I should get to be president too, was a line sung on Broadway by the son of what former U.S. president and vice president who served under his immediate predecessor for 2 terms before serving 1 term of his own? That is John Adams. We did get a couple of George Bushes, which is good because that was the other president who did indeed serve under his immediate predecessor for 2 terms before serving 1 term of his own. But John Adams was the one we're looking for in Bloody Buddy Andrew Jackson. Question 2. Before shooting Alexander Hamilton, Aaron Burr served as all those things, but did not serve as governor of New York, which he ran for and did not win. We took just governor as well. But unfortunately, we could not take governor of Pennsylvania. You gave too much information, and it bit you in the ass. Question number 3. Aside from Washington, who was the first president elected president without first serving as vice president? That is James Madison. James Madison. That's a non-starter. Question number 4. This former VP challenged incumbent President Reagan and lost handily. That was Walter Mondale. Got a lot of different spellings of Mondale, but, that's fine. We gave it to you. Question number 5. 4 presidents served without a vice president. Why? Anything like this. Their predecessor died in office. They were the vice president, and the other guy died. Some people said prior president was assassinated. That's not necessarily true, but we gave you the point because the prior president died. Not all of them were assassinated, but that's okay. But yeah, anything resembling they were vice president and became president because their predecessor died, because until like Kennedy, I think, there was just no replacement vice president. It's weird. Question number 6. According to the Constitution, which legislative body does the president preside over? Presides over the Senate. Oh, I forgot to fucking do the PowerPoint jokes. You forgot to remind me. I am the Senate. Question number 7. Jack Donaghy was all those things, but the real world V POTUS he appeared opposite was Al Gore. Al Gore. Green Week, guys. Green Week. Environmentalism. Al Gore. Come on. Time for a standings check. Standings check.
All right, standings check. We're going to include the first 3 rounds, first 4 rounds, and we're not including round 5 you already gave us.
No, we're the first 3 rounds. Round 4 is division round. Yep, we're good. We're good.
Cool. Making sure that the thing is showing up as it is supposed to on my end.
Yep.
We're good now.
Tied for 11th place because they only played 1 round each. It is, I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite pub quiz on the Citadel, and Grouptimus Prime, who are your friend and my friends.
Moving on up to 10th place, we've got our perennial contender, B. Copper. Thanks for showing up this week, bud.
In 9th place, it is our favorite patron.
Yep. In 8th place, another regular team of ours, Team Daggerin.
In 7th place, another regular team. This quiz should start at 10, 8 p.m. Mountain Time.
Up in 6th, I'm pretty sure this is a regular team, Lulu and Lemon.
In 5th, The Murder Channel.
And you guys like ties, right? Because we've got a 3-way tie at 2nd. We have abolished the fucking police. We have punk-ass both jockeys.
And in 1st place, it is hashtag Fuck the Mariners. What did the Mariners do?
Playing, I believe.
Did the Mariners... Is it? Who? Is that not...
I'm assuming that is the database who has gained sentience and is playing by themselves.
Oh, really? Why isn't he playing with this quiz just started at 10? That's weird. Anyway, cool. That's fine. That is, we're going to go ahead and move on then. Oh, has Joe been muted the whole time? Fucking god damn it. All right. Well, once again, 11th place, Commander Shepard and Grouptimus Prime. 10th place, B. Crawford. 9th place, our favorite patron. 8th place, Team Daggerin. 7th place, quiz should start at 10. 6th place, Lulu and Lemon. 5th place, The Murder Channel. 3-way tie for 2nd, Sweet Dazzlers, Abolish the Fucking Police, and Punk-Ass Book Jockeys. And 1st place, hashtag Fuck the Mariners. I really should be having chat up more, and I'm really bad at doing that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
There's an option in this chat app for me to have it like always over, and I don't know why it got turned off. Okay.
Should we make free Joe shirts?
Time for round 5. And I have to put the PowerPoint up now. There we go.
I think we should make free Joe shirts. Speaking of people properly being compensated, round 5 is called Ballers. Season 4 of Ballers saw The Rock return to LA and contemplate his brother's complex relationship with USC football. I think it was trying to be a deep reflection of amateurism in college sports, but I'm not actually sure that came across at all. So this week's sports adjacent round is on college and college sports. If we can get the ad copy up, please. Thank you. And on to question 1. So, alongside Alabama, what school, only a 90-minute drive from the University of South Florida, is recognized as having a valid claim to the 2017 College Football National Championship? Question number 1 again. Alongside Bama, what school, only a 90-minute drive from the University of South Florida, which is weird if you look at the map of Florida, is recognized as having a valid claim to the 2017 College Football National Championship?
I actually needed my headphones.
Rip.
This better be about Entourage. It's a sports round. You said I'm only going to participate in the sports round, and then the sports round came, and you said this better be about Entourage.
Look, I don't know what to tell you, bud. We did everything you asked us to. Question 2. Specifically because there wasn't a hockey question last week, 4 schools compete in an ice hockey tournament called the Bean Pot, a reference to the nickname of what city where the Bean Pot is held annually at TD Garden. Remember, it's a college hockey tournament, and there's at least 4 colleges there. Question number 2 again. Specifically because there wasn't a hockey question last week, 4 schools compete in an ice hockey tournament called the Bean Pot, a reference to the nickname of what city where the Bean Pot is held annually at TD Garden. It is a college hockey tournament. There are at least 4 schools in that city, or just outside that city. And that's all I can say of that joke. Naim is just gone right now, I guess.
I'm here.
You just weren't talking. Lots of football and football questions here in the chat.
I'm here, but I was sweating, and I was trying to figure out my thermostat on my phone.
Will you watch college football, Naim?
I mean, it depends on what football is.
This is fair. Shall we move on to question 3 while we figure out what football is?
Sure.
Yeah, question number 3 is about Canada's national summer sport, which was invented by Native American nations prior to the 12th century and observed by Jesuit missionaries, which may explain why it's so beloved at Catholic schools. Nowadays, we consider upstate New York to be a hotbed and the Iroquois Confederacy to be an international powerhouse in what sport? Question number 3 again. Canada's national summer sport was invented by Native American nations prior to the 12th century and observed by Jesuit missionaries, which may explain why it's so beloved at Catholic schools. Nowadays, we consider upstate New York to be a hotbed and the Iroquois Confederacy to be an international powerhouse in what sport?
Which I'm now realizing is in the question.
Not when we rewrote it.
No, definitely when we rewrote it.
Oh, did you? Oh, because you did not change the PowerPoint when I did.
Yep. I changed part of it and not all of it.
Yep.
So, hopefully, I mean, most of you probably saw it. You might get a free point there.
Woo! Do you have question 4 slide up?
Give me a second because I had to take the whole PowerPoint down to fix that slide.
Got it.
There we go. Hey, I think most people didn't end up reading it, so that's good.
Everyone's like, what's reading?
Yep. Question 4.
Yeah, that's question 3. On to question 4. What California school, the alma mater of such NBA stars as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Reggie Miller, and at least 13 Oscar winners and 14 Emmy winners, have won 11 NCAA March Madness titles, more than any other school, even though they haven't won since 1995? Question number 4 again. What California school, the alma mater of such NBA stars such as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Reggie Miller, 13 Oscar winners, 14 Emmy winners, probably much more than both of those counts, has won 11 NCAA March Madness titles, more than any other school, even though they haven't won since 95?
Yeah, I went with those numbers because that's what I saw on Wikipedia from a cursory glance, which is why it says at least, because almost definitely more than those numbers.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Josh says he loves how many questions there are about upstate New York. Were there really that many? Only like 2 or 3. I mean, Aaron Burr. Aaron Burr was an Albany question, I guess,
trend, right?
technically.
Enough so it's a trend.
Mike was very excited that we were playing Ballroom Blitz a minute ago. I was going to play the AC/DC song Big Balls, but 2 weeks ago we got taken down for playing an AC/DC song, so I was like, you know what? I don't think AC/DC is going to let me stream music, so sorry,
Fair.
AC/DC fans, but complain to Angus Young. That's AC/DC, right? Angus Young.
Is that the guy? Cool. Question 5.
Question 5.
Originally scheduled to start next week, but canceled for obvious reasons, the College World Series is held annually in what Nebraska city? They don't have real beaches, but I hear the stakes are great, but that doesn't matter either.
Just to be clear, I would have been playing Big Balls instead of Miley Cyrus Wrecking Ball, not instead of Ballroom Blitz. Ballroom Blitz would have stayed.
Yep. Question 5 again. This was originally scheduled to start next week, but canceled for obvious reasons. The College World Series is held annually in what Nebraska city? No real beaches, decent steak, I guess. City in Nebraska. You guys got it.
Just by the way, just to be clear, the College World Series was canceled for COVID, not other things. This question was written before other things.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, question number 6. Gonna wait for you to tab over first.
Did I not?
All right. Popular mostly at Jesuit institutions and women's colleges, which code of football is not governed by the NCAA on the men's side, but is governed by the NCAA as an emerging women's sport, featuring teams from institutions like Brown, Dartmouth, and Harvard? Question number 6 again. Popular mostly at Jesuit institutions and women's colleges, which code of football is not governed by the NCAA on the men's side, but is governed by the NCAA as an emerging women's sport, featuring teams from institutions such as Brown, Dartmouth, and Harvard?
I was very confused when you did the accent for Dartmouth. Dartmouth? Central Path.
Yeah. It's New England.
Somewhere between it's a Connecticut accent?
Between Connecticut and Boston.
Brooklyn. Right.
Connecticut and this.
Go ahead and give us question 7. Oh, as you take a sip. Sorry.
As I take a sip to recover from that. Question number 7.
As you take a sip and then continue to talk into your prop mic.
Later repeated annually on ESPN2 in 2017, ESPNU aired a marathon of unconventional sports under the banner of what fictional ESPN subchannel originally featured in the 2004 film Dodgeball, A True Underdog Story? Question 7 again. Later repeated annually on ESPN2 in 2017, ESPNU aired a marathon of unconventional sports under the banner of what fictional ESPN subchannel originally featured in the 2004 film Dodgeball, A True Underdog Story?
All right, and you guys got about 2 minutes now to submit those answers. There's all the questions on the screen. And this, I'm told by Google, is the theme song to Ballers. If I can find my mouse. Where the fuck is my mouse? There we go.
Probably is. Even if it isn't, would anyone be able to tell you if it weren't?
Brandon.
This is true. The one person who'd be able to tell you. Also, it appears we have a new team called Still First Place.
Yeah. Hope it's not an old team, because that's not going to be helpful to you. There was one time there was a question about it asked what the animal was in the name of the book title, and one of them was the diving bell and the blank. And I just kept saying the diving bell and the butterfly. I said it twice before I realized, wait, I just said the answer 2 times.
RIP.
So, not the first time, not the last.
What does go to football mean?
Which to be fair to the people who were confused by Coda Football, we're going to get to the answer in a little bit, but Joe definitely asked me, is this okay? And I said fine, so.
It's great. It's great.
Sorry, Brandon, are you not our favorite patron? I just assumed Brandon was our favorite patron.
There is at least one team that said fuck the Bruins. Speaking of the UCLA Bruins, and it's not the team that I expected was going to say UCLA fuck the Bruins.
Time, by the way,
I should add, got a perfect sports round.
Time, by the way, is indeed up. So if you have not yet submitted, submit.
Well, this does not get points.
Oh, my bad.
So they don't have a perfect sports round. RIP.
All right, so if you have not yet submitted, then sucks for you. But we're going to do
an ad.
An ad. All right. And then the ad shows up. Is this the point where the ad? There we go.
There we go. That's the ad. So on Monday, June 8th.
Monday? You read this
Monday.
2 times.
I read this 2 times and caught other things on my read-throughs. On Monday, June 8th, World Oceans Day. So I'm a product of a trivia competition called the National Ocean Sciences Bowl. On Monday, June 8th, on World Oceans Day, we are going to have NOSB versus PhDs. So the winning team, Ladue High School from
St. Louis, Missouri,
is going to go up against a team of tenure-track PhD professors to see who is better at ocean trivia. If you thought the octopus round was terrible, guess who's a writer for this competition? Yeah. It's going to be great. I'll be there at some point cheering both teams on. It's going to be a good time. World Oceans Day. Recycle more. Happy World Oceans Day.
All right. Well, time now then for round 4 and 5 answers.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Round 4. Is this you? I forget who this was.
I don't know who he assigned this to.
Well, we've been invited to perform a quiz in person at 7 different colleges, universities across the country. Unfortunately, we got lost along the way, so based on these campus photos, figure out what school we're supposed to be at, and we gave you a bank of university logos, which clearly were a help to you guys. I'm glad this round worked out well, because I was a little bit worried about it. So anyway.
Took 2 pitches, but I mean, we got there.
Yes. Number 1, that is University of Mississippi, or Ole Miss, is totally acceptable there. Which you can see that front in the logo here on the right.
Yeah. Number 2 is UNC Chapel Hill. You can see the little structure thing there on the UNC Chapel Hill logo.
Number 3 is Penn State. You can see is that a cougar? Mountain lion?
I think it's called a Nittany lion.
Puma? Whatever. On the Penn State logo.
Pumas aren't real. Stop naming things after fictional animals. Question 4. Question 4 is Northern Illinois University, which recently graduated our good friend Tyler James Birch, PhD. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for PhD in physics, Tyler James Birch.
Dr. Tyler James Birch. If you told me we were going to do... I should pull up soundboard stuff. I'm being told Nittany, and the chat is indeed saying Nittany. You can see the little, what is it? The little castle
Nittany
thing.
lion? The castle in NIU. Yeah,
NIU,
I don't know what that is.
Number 5, this is the one that tripped the most people up. This is Dartmouth. Number 5 is Dartmouth. But it does look similar to Ohio.
And the other one.
Right?
That is Dartmouth.
Okay.
Question number 6, that is San Jose State University. You can see the clock tower over there, and the same palm tree, actually.
Is it really? That's
at a different angle. It's at a different angle, but
yeah.
You can see the palm tree. It's great.
And number 7, that is Bentley University. But yeah, I definitely see how Ohio, Dartmouth, Bentley would have been tough, but most people did. People did okay on this round, so I'm proud of you guys.
I was actually worried more about San Jose State than anything else.
You were worried about San Jose State?
Because it looks kind of like the spires in NIU.
I was worried about NIU, yeah, because it's kind of hard to necessarily see the spires, but that's much more zoomed in than the initial picture that I had.
Yeah.
All right, time for round 5 answers.
Round 5 answers. We're going back to ballers, guys. So question number 1, alongside Bama, what school, only a 90-minute drive from the University of South Florida, is recognized as having a valid claim to the 2017 College Football National Championship? So this NCAA championship is sometimes called the championship that doesn't exist. So there are certain schools that are claimants to it. The answer we were looking for was the University of Central Florida, who was undefeated in their 2017 campaign.
Yeah, they didn't lose a single game, but didn't get invited to the college football playoffs, which seems
that's weird, right?
Seems like bullshit.
Question number 2. Because there wasn't a hockey question, 4 schools compete in an ice hockey tournament called the Bean Pot, a reference to which city where the Bean Pot is held annually. College hockey tournament, there's at least 4 colleges here. I did the Harvard joke again because I'm going to college just outside of Boston. No, not Tufts, not Harvard either. Question 3. Some of you may have caught this. Canada's national summer sport was invented by Native American nations prior to the 12th century. Upstate New York and the Iroquois Confederacy are a hotbed and a powerhouse, respectively. And the Iroquois national team plays lacrosse.
Lacrosse, yeah. Everyone got it, so I'm glad. My favorite is lacrosse, you goofs. I will take 100% credit for this mistake. That was 100% on me. But also, so Joe messaged me earlier to fix it, and I thought I fixed it, but I didn't realize that I'd left lacrosse in the question. Like, you didn't point that out to me. So I was like, oh, cool. I just thought you were like fixing the wording on it. I'm like, oh, I'll fix the wording on it. And I didn't actually copy paste it, but it was 100% on me for not getting it right in the first place.
To be fair, I also didn't figure out what day June 8th was in the week. So that's also on me.
Less important.
Question 4. What? Yeah. Question 4. What California school alma mater of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Reggie Miller and a bunch of actors won 11 NCAA March Madness titles, haven't won since 95? We are looking at the University of California, Los Angeles.
Or UCLA, which is what everybody wrote.
UCLA. Bruins.
UCLA, fuck the Bruins, yes.
Question 5. Originally scheduled to start next week, but canceled for obvious reasons. College World Series is held annually in Omaha, Nebraska. All of you picked up on the Omaha steak joke, so good job.
Or the Omaha Beach joke.
Yeah.
Could have been the other one.
Yeah, that's true.
I put 2 different clues in there.
Yeah. And now everyone's saying fight on in the comments. This is happening. Question 6. Popular mostly at Jesuit institutions and women's colleges. What code of football is not governed by the NCAA on the men's side, is governed by the NCAA at specific schools as an emerging women's sport at Brown, Dartmouth, and Harvard? We're looking for rugby. So there are a lot of similar sports called football. For example, here in the United States of America, we think of American gridiron football. Up north, the CFL plays Canadian gridiron football. You might have also heard of association football or soccer. There's also Aussie rules football, which was the answer of a clue last week. Rugby is a code of football. So they're similar. Related.
Question number 7.
Question 7. Later repeated annually on ESPN2 in 2017. ESPNU aired a marathon of unconventional sports under the banner of ESPN 8 The Ocho.
The Ocho. Which I'm glad most people did get. ESPN 3 is a real thing.
Did someone answer that?
Someone did indeed write ESPN 3, which is... I mean, it's the online-only ESPN, but it is indeed a real thing, yes.
Yeah, it's a reasonable guess.
It's not a bad guess. Time now for round 6. Round 6 is called Band of Brothers. It is the video round. Pay attention to the instructions of the video. Clips will play twice. Second time they will be shortened. Pretty straightforward this week. Name the movie. That's what it's been the last few weeks, but we might mix. We're planning on mixing it up soon. But name the movie this week. So here we go with the video round.
We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, sing.
It's a major design flaw in fake blood, by the way. Real blood turns brown after half an hour.
Listen to me, Steven.
Scotch costs more than your suit.
Listen to me.
Flash stopped a bullet in Normandy.
Listen!
Holy shit. That's my new favorite camel.
I hate you, okay?
Steak? Pasta? What are you hungry for?
Tony Ridinger.
Shut up.
Well, you are.
I said shut up, you little insect.
Well, she is.
Do not shout at the table. Honey?
Kids, listen to your mother.
She'd eat if we were having Tony Loaf.
That's it.
Hey! Stop it!
What's that mean?
I think it means our father finally came to his senses and cut this worthless little brat out of his will. So I guess you're gonna have to sell the Beamer and give your notice at the country club and kick whatever fashion drug you're on. Because if you think that after all the bridges you burned, after all the shit you said, after everything that you put this family through for the last 10 years, that any of us are gonna support you, that any of us are gonna give you, like Dad liked to say, a single red dime, you're nuts!
Waiting, sweetheart, just waiting.
Good, go.
Waiting for you.
What do you want?
Go, little girl. You're like a little girl.
Relax.
Let's do this
Good.
all day.
Go.
Don't I'm gonna
You
get
here?
out of the car and I'm gonna drop you like third period French, okay? Stop
Relax.
talking. Go.
I know what you're gonna say. I changed my hair.
It's nice that way. Leia. I'm sorry.
I know. I know you are. I'm just glad you're here. At the end.
It's a unit system. I know this. It's all the files of the whole park. It tells you everything. I gotta find the right file.
First you trade the Cadillac for a microphone. Then you lie to me about the band. Now you're gonna put me right back in the joint.
They're not gonna catch us. We're on a mission from God.
Elwood.
Scotch costs more than your suit. Listen to me. Flash stopped a bullet in Normandy.
Listen!
Holy shit. That's my new favorite camel.
Honey?
Kids, listen to your mother.
She'd eat if we were having Tony Loaf.
That's it!
All the bridges you burned, after all the shit you said, after everything that you put this family through for the last 10 years, that any of us are gonna support you. That any of us are gonna give you, like Dad liked to say, a single red dime. You're nuts!
Go. Waiting for you.
What do you want?
Go, little girl. You're like a little girl.
Relax.
Let's do this
Good.
all day.
Go.
Don't. I'm gonna
You
get
here?
out of the car and I'm gonna drop you like third period French. Okay? Stop
Relax.
talking. Go.
I know what you're gonna say. I changed my hair.
It's nice that way.
It's a unit system. I know this.
First you trade the Cadillac for a microphone. Then you lie to me about the band. Now you're gonna put me right back in the joint.
They're not gonna catch us. We're on a mission from God.
All right, you guys got about 2 minutes. 2 minutes to go ahead and submit your answers at the link in chat, which I finally fucking for once put in chat.
Yay!
Oh, you know what? I could potentially make that a thing. I'll figure that out. All right.
Just like get the bot to do it.
No, I
automatically.
could make it a thing in Stream Deck, I think, but I'll have to figure that out. There should be music playing. Here we go. Main titles from the HBO miniseries Band of Brothers, parentheses, instrumental, close parentheses.
Yes. All right, let's see the answers roll in here. What did you all think of this round? This is not a real movie.
This? Oh, this. That's funny.
I promise you it is. Just gonna drag this down.
Not only is it real, but it is on Amazon Prime right now.
I think it's also still on HBO, but I'm not entirely sure.
I don't think it is, but I could be wrong. I didn't look that close. I meant to watch it the other day, and then I didn't get around to it.
It was on HBO at some point last year.
I haven't watched it like 10, 15 years. By the way, 10 seconds to go, you guys. I remember like not getting it, but I think I'd get it now. I need to watch it again.
There is a different Mark Ruffalo thing featuring twins on HBO that just got submitted as an answer.
Time is up. If you have not submitted your answers, submit them right now. Joe Simkus says, Naim, I have a crush on a lovely mamacita, but I don't know how to talk to her. What do you do? Well, first, Joe, I would tell my wife, because apparently you have your wife.
Yes. Talk to your wife, Joe.
Book jockeys, unless we fixed it, you did submit as 6. You're fine. So, all right, time now then for round 6 answers.
When I was 6 years old, I broke my leg. And I was running from my brother and his friends, and tasted the sweet perfume of the mountain grass I rolled down. I was younger then. Take me back to when I found my heart, broke it here, made friends and lost them through the years. And I've not seen the boring fields in so long. I know I've grown, but I can't wait to go home. I'm on my way, driving at 90 down those country lanes, singing to Tiny Dancer, and I miss the way you make me feel. It's real. We watch the sunset over the castle lonely.
No community joke this week, guys. Sorry.
Although we probably could have. It'd have been Adam Devine and Joel McHale just sitting together. That's it. That was a
I forgot about that. I forgot that Adam. Is that season 4 too? Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
No,
my first thought was
Spencer
Spencer Crittenden and Allison Brie. Like I was like, okay, I remember that Annie had a sibling, but I totally forgot that Jeff had a sibling.
Okay, maybe we'll get back next week.
B. Comfort says that was in Ocean's 11. I don't remember that. Yeah, that's their introduction scene in Ocean's 11.
Yeah.
That is the brothers' introduction scene. All right, time for a standings check. Joe Simkus in the chat is maybe the weirdest person I know.
And so that we're moving on to 12th place.
Yep.
In 12th place, he showed up for the very first round. I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite pub quiz on the Citadel.
In 11th place, Optimus Prime, who disappeared for a few rounds but came back.
In 10th place, B. Coford.
In 9th place, our favorite patron.
In 8th, Team Digurin.
In 7th, The Murder Channel.
Two-way tie for 5th, Lululemon, and this quiz should start at 8 p.m. Mountain Time.
In 4th place, Punk-Ass Book Jockeys.
In 3rd place, hashtag Fuck the Mariners.
In 2nd place, Abolish the Fucking Police.
And in 1st place, Sweet Dazzlers. Are they finally going to get their victory this week?
Oh, we'll see. We'll see if they get their $10. That is it for standings. Time now then for round 7. As always,
random knowledge.
It is a round on random knowledge. There we go.
PowerPoint is hard, guys.
Especially listen, it's not PowerPoint. It's the fact that I have to click between 7 different screens at once to make sure that things are right. Question number 1. While it sounds like a front for a cartoon supervillain, which process actually allows for you to be able to watch reruns of The X-Files or Sex and the City? Should have just put both in. Question number 1. While it sounds like a front for a cartoon supervillain, which process actually allows for you to be able to watch reruns of The X-Files or Sex and the City, as it were? Or Entourage, if you like Entourage for some reason.
Is that subject to this process? I guess it does air on other channels, doesn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah. Huh. Okay, then.
And now the theme song to Entourage. This is our one Entourage thing tonight.
Sorry, Brandon.
Nobody likes Entourage anymore. If you still like Entourage, then go back to 2005 where you belong. Question 2, when it shows up. Come on, there we go.
Question 2. Hey, did you guys know that Sesame Street was on HBO? For 1 point, tell me what company produces Sesame Street. And for the other point, tell me which Muppet with a lowercase m hosts his own not-too-late night talk show on HBO Max. So this is a 2-point question. Sesame Street is on HBO. For the first point, we're looking at what company produces Sesame Street. And for the second point, we're looking for which Muppet with a lowercase m hosts his own not-too-late talk show on HBO Max, which launched the other week. The app looks really nice. We're not sponsored by HBO Max.
No, we are not. But we'd be willing to take their money if they want.
And we would be willing to pass it on to you, the people, in the form of a prize fund.
It's weird.
Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street?
Question number 3. For 1 point, name the Sex and the City star who ran for governor in 2018. And for another, name the incumbent governor who defeated her in the Democratic primary on his way to winning the general election. So you got a 1 in 50 shot just by naming a sitting governor. Question 3. For 1 point, name the Sex and the City star who ran for governor in 2018. For a second point, name the incumbent governor who defeated her in the Democratic primary on his way to winning the general election. So you have a 1 in 50 shot just by naming a sitting governor. Just name a governor.
Aaron Burr.
He's dead. So he can't be a sitting governor. And also it's pronounced Aaron Burr. Oh, boy. Got milk? We're not paid by milk.
And with that, we're moving on to question number 4. Named for being shaped how it is, what structure is where tickets are sold, such as at a movie theater or at a baseball game? Question 4 again. Named for being shaped how it is, what structure is where tickets are sold, such as at a movie theater or a baseball game?
And another hint, we even said it in this stream.
We probably did it. Yeah, we did at some point.
I'm certain we did. Yeah, I remember.
So think back to all of the weird jokes
we made. Think back to all the words we said tonight. And it's one of those.
Yes, there is a shift at AMC where you sit in the Aaron Burr for 6 hours.
Aaron Burr. That's how it's pronounced. It's spelled AAWO and then an apostrophe BUWW. Aaron Burr. Baby.
When was the last time you were at one of these?
The last time the world was open. It's like March 14th or whatever.
That's fair.
I worked a Sunday shift at AMC and then the world closed. Question number 5.
Sounds right.
3 mystery points. According to official first point, according to official Monopoly rules, you receive $200, not $500, for landing on what corner space. For the second point, an IFC comedy series starring Bill Hader and Fred Armisen is called documentary What? And for your third point, in what 2015 film does a marine dog befriend his dead handler's younger brother, and apparently they break up a drug cartel or something? I haven't seen it. I just read the Wikipedia summary. Question 5, 3 mystery points. First point, according to official Monopoly rules, you receive $200, not $500, for landing on what corner space. Second part, an IFC comedy series starring Bill Hader and Fred Armisen is called documentary What? And your third point, in what 2015 film does a marine dog befriend his dead handler's younger brother, and apparently they break up a drug cartel or something?
Dog movies are weird.
2015 was like a year of dog movies. I was working at the theater then too, and it was just like 6 different dog movies. I think Dog's Purpose also came out that year.
Probably.
It was a big year for dog movies. Dog's Purpose was 2017.
They make money. I get it.
Yeah.
But sometimes they're weird.
Oh, you know what? No, it wasn't 2015. Was this movie 2015? Yeah, no, 2017 was the big movie because it was Dog's Purpose and Axel and like another thing. I forget the name of. Kin or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Tell me that I'm beautiful. All right. Question 6.
Question 6. A 2016 Netflix film starred American-Australian actor Devin Terrell in his feature film debut as a young President Obama when he still went by what name, also the title of the film. Question 6 again. A 2016 Netflix film starred an American-Australian actor, Devin Terrell, in his feature film debut as a young President Obama when he still went by what name, also the title of the film.
Mike says, say what again, Aaron? Say what again, I dare you, I double dare you, but I don't get the joke.
I don't either.
I mean, like, I know the reference, but I don't get the joke.
Unless he's just carrying it through?
Was there a Key and Peele thing we said?
I don't know.
I'm very confused.
Sure.
Are we talking about Aaron Rodgers from Cal? All right. Question number 7. For 1 point each, tell us what non-HBO network / streaming service these shows aired on. The People vs. O.J. Simpson, Castle Rock, American Gods, House of Lies. Oh, Aaron Burr. He's talking about Aaron Burr. Aaron Burr.
Okay.
That was a while ago. Question number 7. For 1 point each, tell us what non-HBO network / streaming service, so either a television network or a streaming service, these shows aired on. The People vs. O.J. Simpson, Castle Rock, American Gods, and House of Lies. That is all 7 questions, so it's time. You guys have got about 2 minutes now to submit your answers. There we go. There are all the questions on the screen. Let's go ahead and submit your answers when you got them.
Matt Damon was on that show.
Who?
Matt Damon.
Which show?
He was a guest star, but he showed up on House of Pies.
Oh. I think he's on Entourage too, right?
Yeah, probably.
Everyone's on Entourage, yeah.
Everyone was on Entourage, and I'm pretty sure Mark Wahlberg and Matt Damon are friends. So
I mean, they're both from Boston.
Yeah.
Let's see. Matt Damon, Entourage. Season 6 finale.
Yep, there we go.
Give a Little Bit. 2009.
It's been a while since we've had a Matt Damon category.
It's a good point. Shout out for the elegant Mr. S in House of Pies.
Benishwa.
Now on Space Force.
Playing not Anthony Scaramucci.
Apparently, Greg Daniels called him to do the part, and he was like, listen, I'm happy to do it, but like, I just want to make sure it's not Jean-Ralphio. It's like I just don't want to be typecast as Jean Ralphio. Like that's fair. But now he's Sonic the Hedgehog, so who cares? About 10 seconds to submit your answers, guys. Before time is up. Time is almost up. 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year. Time's up. Yay. Go ahead and submit now if you haven't submitted. We're going to take one final scoring break. One final scoring break of the evening, just so we can make sure everything is all tallied up correctly. So round 7 answers and standings will be coming right up. I don't like that this is on 2 lines. Let me fix that. I thought this was on screen too. It's not. Slideshow, play from current slide, and now I can put it on screen.
Rip.
There we go.
Oh, no points for that.
I really wanna stop, but I just got the taste for it. I feel like I can fly with the ball on the moon. So honey, hold my hand, you like making me wait for it. I feel like I could die walking up to the room. Oh yeah, late night watching television, but how we get in this position is way too soon. I know this isn't love, but I need to tell you something. I really like you, and I want you to want me, to want me too. I really like you, and I want you to want me too. Oh, did I say too much? I'm so in my head when we're out of touch. I really like you, and I want you to want me too. It's like everything you say is a sweet revelation. All I wanna do is get into your head, that we could stay alone, you and me and this temptation, sipping on your lips, hanging on by a thread, baby. Late night watching television, but how'd we get in this position? It's way too soon. I know this isn't love, but I need to tell you something. I really like you, and I want you to want me too. I really like you, and I want you to want me too. Oh, did I say too much? I'm so in my head when we're out of touch. I really like you, and I want you to want me too. Who gave you eyes like that? Said you could keep them. I don't know how to act or if I should be leaving. I'm running out of time, going out of my mind. I need to tell you something. Yeah, I need to tell you something. Yeah! I really like you, and I want you to want me too. I really like you, and I want you to want me too. Oh, did I say too much? I'm so in my head when we're out of touch. I
All righty then. We are all scored up, so it's time now for round 7 answers. Where is my...
I'm also lost, don't worry.
There we go. Round 7 answers.
One more.
Question 1. While it sounds like a front for a cartoon supervillain, which process actually allows for you to be able to watch reruns of The X-Files? That is syndication.
And the Syndicate is a villainous faction on The X-Files. Question number 2. Did you guys know that Sesame Street was on HBO? 2 points, one for telling me which production company is responsible for Sesame Street, the other for the not too late night talk show on HBO Max. So Sesame Street is produced by, it's currently called Sesame Workshop, but we accepted Children's Television Workshop if that's what you wrote, because that's the same company. And the talk show on HBO Max is hosted by Elmo, who is a Muppet, but not a member of the Muppets.
Question number 3 for 1 point. Name the Sex and the City star who ran for governor in 2018. That is Cynthia Nixon. And she ran for governor of New York, but lost to Andrew Cuomo. So, like I said, guess a governor, and a lot of you did guess Cuomo, because Sex and the City is set in New York. It makes sense.
A governor.
Yes.
Question 4. Named for being shaped how it is, what structures where tickets are sold? And that is a box office.
Like home box office, huh? So,
yeah, home box office. It's not TV. It's home box office.
Question 6?
6.
No, 5. This says 6, but it's 5. This was a PowerPoint thing. 3 mystery points. According to official Monopoly rules, you receive 200, not 500 for landing on Go. An IFC comedy series starring Bill Hader and Fred Armisen is called Documentary Now. And the 2015 film with the marine dog is called Max. Go, Now, and Max. They're the different HBO apps. Hilarious.
It's funny. You'd all be laughing if we could hear you. Question 6, actually this time. A 2016 Netflix film starred Devin Terrell in his feature film debut as a young President Barack Obama when he went by Barry Obama.
Barry Obamas. It's me, Barry Obamas. Hello, Scott. I'm glad to be here on the Comedy Bang Bang podcast. That is a deep cut. So if anybody understood that deep cut reference, thanks for listening. Thanks for remembering, Brandon. Question number 7. For 1 point each, tell us what non-HBO network / streaming service these shows aired on. The People vs. O.J. Simpson aired on FX. Castle Rock is on Hulu. American Gods was on Starz. And House of Lies was on Showtime. House of Pies, on the other hand, was on Starz, HBO. I forget what the joke was. It's fine.
I think the joke was HBO.
Was it HBO? Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Probably. Makes the most sense. So standings.
Standings. Where did my... Standings, time for our...
I'll start this off.
Final standings. The timer's up. The timer shouldn't be up. There we go. Time for final standings.
God. So much stuff is moving. All right, we're good? We're where we need to be?
We're good. We're good. Time for final standings. In 12th place, I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite pub quiz on the Citadel.
In 11th place, Group to Miss Prime.
In 10th place, our favorite patron.
In 9th place, B. Cofford.
In 8th place, Team Digurin.
We're moving up to a 2-way tie at 6th because you guys love ties. The Murder Channel, and this quiz should start at 8 p.m. Mountain Time.
In 5th place, Lulu and Lemon.
And guys, we're on the podium now because we have a 3-way tie for 2nd, which means you're going to have to answer another question if you want the prize money. Hashtag fuck the Mariners, abolish the fucking police, and punk ass book jockeys, 3-way tie for 2nd, which means...
first place finally goes to the Sweet Dazzlers. They've been trying so hard. So congratulations to the Sweet Dazzlers for picking up first place. Only a 1 point difference between first and that three-way jumble for second place. But we do have a tiebreaker question for those second place to see who gets the $5 prize. The $10 prize, obviously, like I said, goes to the Sweet Dazzlers. The $5 prize goes to one of those three teams, Punk Ass Book Jockeys, Abolish the Fucking Police, or Fuck the Mariners. So get ready. Go ahead back into... You might need to refresh the answer form. There we go. You might need to refresh that or click it again. But there should be an option for round tiebreaker. And here is the tie. There's not going to be up on the screen. So Joe is just going to read the tiebreaker question to you.
Yeah. So we're looking for the nearest whole number here. So the team that gets the closest whole number to the actual answer.
No Price is Right rules. Not close without going over. Just whoever gets the closest whole number.
Closest whole number to the answer is going to walk home with $5 for their entire team. So I need you to give me the sum of 4 different years. For the first one, the year that HBO was founded. For the second one, the year HBO Go was released. For the third one, the year HBO Now was released. And for the fourth one, the year HBO Max was released. So sum of those 4 years, and that gives you the answer.
Yep. So just once again, take those 4 years. The year HBO was released. The year the HBO was what did you say? Founded.
Founded. I think I said founded.
The year HBO Go was released. The year HBO Now was released, and the year HBO Max was released. Take those and add them together, and put that number in question 1 for round tiebreaker. And while you do that, we're going to listen to a little bit of Paramore. Ain't it fun?
Yes, B-Girl, you guys are in fact heroes.
Yes. Sweet Dazzlers, much congratulations. You did indeed win. You are the heroes of the evening. Congratulations to you. And we're just trying to figure out between Punk Ass Book Jockeys, Fuck the Mariners, and Abolish the Fucking Police, which team is going to pick up second place.
While we wait for that, Sweet Dazzlers, send me your Twitter handles and away we can send you the money. I've been asking for your Twitter handles for I swear, 3 weeks?
3 weeks, 4 weeks, something like that. Yeah, since the first week, I believe. But I mean, I'm totally fine just going with Bernie and the Jet and Friends. Totally reasonable with me. We have one answer in so far for the tiebreaker. We're still waiting for Punk Ass Book Jockey. Book Jockey just sent it in. And one more we're waiting for. Who? Abolish the Fucking Police.
Mm-hmm. And then also all podium teams, please send us your Twitter handles. We really want to focus on you guys.
Yes. So that includes... So Dazzler, send it. Fuck the Mariners, Abolish the Fucking Police, Punk Ass Book Jockeys. Tweet at us or put it in the YouTube chat here. Let us know your Twitter handles or whatever you want us to tweet out when we tweet out the winners of the week. There we go. All right. All of the answers are in now. So
we have
a very clear winner. So our question we asked, we wanted you to tell us what year to sum up the years that HBO, HBO Go, HBO Now, and HBO Max came out. What were those years, Joe?
So the year HBO came out was 1972. The year HBO Go came out was 2010. The year HBO Now came out was 2015. And HBO Max came out last week.
So add those all together, and one team got it spot on. Mm-hmm. I'm hoping they didn't cheat for $5. I don't think they did. I'm sure they just got a very good guess. The answer is 8,017. 8,017. One team was off by by exactly 40. One team was off by 25. And one team had it exactly right. And so second place this week is going... second place prize. Second place is still a three-way tie, but second place prize this week will be going to hashtag Fuck the Mariners. Hashtag Fuck the Mariners. Congratulations to all of our podium teams. Hashtag Fuck the Mariners. Please hit us up with your PayPal or Venmo or something like that, some way for us to get you your money. I think you have direct contact for us. If you don't have direct contact for us, you can email speakeasypubquiz@gmail.com or tweet us at Kuhan at Joam Cuevas. If you do have direct contact to us, then direct contact us however you want, and we will give you your monies. Yay!
Woo!
Is that it? Is that all the things?
We have one more slide. And
right.
because, and the reason that we're able to be now with prize money is because you guys are the ones supporting us. So thank you for quizzing, and please consider supporting us at patreon.com/speakeasypubquiz or at paypal.me/speakeasypubquiz. Wow, words are hard.
And we said we were gonna be light tonight, but we will say if you would rather put your money towards something that matters, there's a lot of really good charities dealing with what's going on right now. So I don't know. We didn't pick one in particular, but you should know where you can donate. Donate to the NAACP. That's the one. I'll say NAACP. Go ahead and do that.
And it looks like we already have a donation of choice from our first place team. So yeah, we are going to do that for you guys. We can absolutely do that.
Oh, is that what they said? Cool.
Yeah. So they're going to donate to the Transgender Law Center. And they're asking Kuhan to say trans rights, but I can say it. Trans rights and Kuhan.
Trans rights?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Did they specifically ask me to say it? That's weird.
Yeah. Josh says Kuhan says say trans rights. I don't. Yeah.
Trans rights. Absolutely, trans rights. That's 100%. If you want us, instead of taking money, if you want us to donate to a charity in your name, we're happy to do that as well. That's no problem. So let us know. You know how to get a hold of us. Thank you once again for playing. Thank you to our patrons, Bigro, Brandon Edwards, Jennifer Nyo, and Carrie Weibel. Apparently it's a meme, but fuck it. It's also not a meme. Trans rights do matter. So yes, thank you to all of our patrons. We will at some point have like an ending theme that's as cool as our opening theme, but I haven't put the effort into it yet. So thank you once again, everybody, for playing. Thanks for watching, and we will see you guys next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. With Speakeasy Pub Quiz. And
bye.
Let's put that up. Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.
Mamma mia.